Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We're on scenario 6.3 over at the Forgery of Ra. Last adventure for the card feat, I gave Ahmotep a Blessing of the Elements so she could build a legal deck. So here we are, advancing the Blessings deck. First thing we get is the Elemental Arachnid. So he's immune to mental and poison traits, also immune to the fire trait due to the Forgery of Ra. This is one of the hardest creatures in the whole campaign. So before you act, going to deal 4 points of damage to me, or 4 different types of damage. I have a Crocodile Skin Madoo, recharging that, so I take only 3 points of damage now. I'm going to lose cards in my hand that have the fire trait. They're not going to be very useful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Staff of Focus, so I can reveal this card to use my Strength skill plus 1d6. So d8 plus a d6. I'm going to recharge my Lightning Bolt spell so that I can add a d12 to this result, thanks to Ahmotep's special power. And I'm going to discard Sophronia so I can add 2d6 to my combat roll. Alright, all these dice plus 1. So rolled a 6, 16, 21, and a 6, and a 4, 21. Wow, 31. 34 total. This guy's defeated. That Bane is banished. So, pretty happy about that. I'm going to reset my hand here. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Advancing the Blessings deck. Let's see what we get. Okay, we get a Blast Glyph. So Blast Glyph, let's see. I have a Blessing of the Elements. It's going to be Intelligence, Arcane Knowledge, or Wisdom. Okay, well I do have a Safety Bubble spell in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the Blast Glyph is only going to do 1d4 cold damage. I kind of want to... I want to save my Blessing. I'm going to roll... Well, actually, with the Blessing of the Elements, I can recharge it. I'll go ahead and recharge it. I am going to roll a total of 2d10 for my Arcane check. I get to add 3 to the roll. Alright, so I rolled a 10, 14. The Blast Glyph is defeated. Okay, not bad. So far rolling right along. Safety Bubble is still out. Resetting the hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, we get a Crocodile Skin Shield. It's just a basic treasure. I rolled a 1. Ahmotep does not. Maybe she sees it, doesn't want it. Who knows? Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, we get the Lightning Storm. So with this barrier, we need to display this barrier next to your location and do what it says at the start of every turn. So a little bit of a hassle, but we'll deal with it. Advancing the Blessings deck, have to roll for Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm does 2 points of damage to Ahmotep, but she's going to roll for the Safety Bubble. Safety Bubble protects 1 point of damage to that, so she will have to take a Frost Staff and damage. Okay, not that great. Now we will go ahead and do our exploration, where we get a Reed Moccasin. It's an ally 3. So what does this guy do? Discard this card to examine the top card of your location deck, and then you may explore. Don't really like examining things. Okay, it's just going to be a straight up Wisdom check. Ahmotep's Wisdom is d6 plus 2. So roll a 6, 7, 8. I can recharge a card, so I'll do that just so that I can add this card to my hand. That's pretty cool. So now I could, if I wanted to, explore. I am going to explore. With the Reed Moccasin, I can examine. Okay, examining this card. Okay, we examine it. So then it says, then you may explore your location. During this exploration, when you encounter a monster, you may add 1d6 and the poison, and the acid and poison traits. So, you may add 1d6 and the acid. So the thing is that I don't know if the Reed Moccasin is going to work, because the Reed Moccasin says you may add 1d6, and it doesn't say and you may add the acid and poison. It says acid and poison, so immune to acid and poison. So right now, we did use the Reed Moccasin to explore. So now we got to deal with this guy. He has an after you act effect. Fortunately in my hand, I have the Ice Storm spell, which will allow me to negate after powers that happen after you act. Okay, so very fortunate there. So we're doing Ice Storm. D10 plus 3d8. Gathering my dice. Then I'm going to recharge the Explorer's Staff so I can add an additional d12. And I have Idori in my hand, which I'm going to recharge my ally so I can add a d4. Alright. All these dice. So we get 4, 5, 6, 7, and 6 is a 13, 14, 14, and we get a 10 here. 14, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so this guy is defeated. He's frozen to death thanks to the Ice Storm. Don't have to deal with any of his pesky effects. Now I'm rolling to see if I... So what's cool, in my hand I have the Staff of Focus. Staff of Focus says, discard this card or reveal this card and discard a spell to automatically succeed at your Arcane or Divine Recharge check. Well, that is amazing. I'm going to lose the Acid Jet spell so that I automatically recharge the Ice Storm spell because that's a really powerful card. Okay, resetting the hand. Alright, things are moving right along. Pretty challenging though. I did take a lot of damage. Advancing the Blessings deck, first thing we need to do is roll for the Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm does 2 points of damage. The Safety Bubble stops 3 points of that. So now we can go ahead and recharge. Now we can go ahead and explore. Okay, we get a Striking Wing Scimitar. Ahmotep has a D8 plus 2 check. So rolls a 4, 5, 6. Not enough to get this card. Ahmotep will discard a Blessing of Ra for a free exploration. And we get the Parade Armor. Wow, I'd really like this card. It's a... Darn. It's a Constitution force. It's a 12 check. I only have a D6 for my check. For Diplomacy. My Diplomacy is D6 plus 4. So roll a 3 plus 4 is 7. I could get that to a 9. Not enough. Shucks. Okay, that card is gone. Alright, resetting my hand, advancing the Blessings deck, rolling for the Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm does 1 point of damage, so the Safety Bubble will immediately stop that. Doing the Exploration. Alright, and we get the Henchman. So the Henchman, immune to poison damage, also immune to fire damage due to him being in the Forgery of Ra. So before you search your location deck. All right. So there aren't any monsters. So he's not evaded. We can go ahead and encounter him. So let's see what we're going to do now. So it's a combat 20, then a combat 25. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use an Acid Splash spell, which is Arcane Skill plus 1d6. We're going to recharge an Anubis Staff, so that we can then add a d12, and we're going to use a Blessing of Abdar. Discard that so we can roll an additional d10. Okay, all these dice adding 3. So we rolled a 9, a 7, and a 3 is 19, and then an 8. So what we're going to do is, let's see, 15, and so 9, 10, because what we rolled is the D10 and the D6. Oh, sorry, we picked up, it was actually a D12 here, because my dice pool is all messed up. So what we have here is we had the Acid Splash, which was a D10 plus a D6, and the Recharge the Staff, and then we rolled an additional D10 because of the Blessing of Abdar. Okay, that's what we rolled. And that is more than enough for the first combat check. So now we have to do the second combat check. So we're going to do, I'll roll really quick to see if I recharge the Acid Splash spell. And I don't. So now I'm going to roll for my second combat check, which is going to be the Ice Storm. D10, moving all the dice so nothing gets confused here. And 3d8 Ice Storm, and then we're going to recharge the Staff of Focus so that we can add a d12 to this roll. All right. We're going to need combat 25. All right, so we rolled 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, and 7 is 14. So 15 and 14 is 29, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so we made it. Rolling to see if I recharge the Ice Storm spell, and I don't. Fail to recharge the Ice Storm spell. Okay, so it says here, if defeated, draw the loot, and you may immediately attempt to close the location this henchman came from. Okay, so we gain this really awesome level 6 loot, and now we can immediately attempt to close the location. So it says when closing you are dealt 1d6 fire damage. So rolling for that. Take 1 point of fire damage, and of course this cartouche which we just gained will reveal to reduce damage by 1. Plus we had a safety bubble. Alright, so this location is closed. We didn't get that level. Let's go ahead and, we haven't done a deck check in a while, so technical difficulties here. Let's go ahead and get a look at the state of Ahmotep's deck here. So, very, very, very interesting adventure. I really liked how, so here is all of Ahmotep's cards. We're going to go ahead and organize them up. So what we have here, these are the spells. Let's see, a little glare there. Let's see if we can change that or not. Well, we're just going to have to deal with it. We've got some glare there. Let's focus it up a little. So Ice Storm. Blessings down here. Blessing. So we got that new ally. So we got cards that we're going to be able to. So this is the state of Ahmotep's deck. We haven't looked at the state of her deck for a while. So we got this new item. We got the safety bubble. What a great spell. Really being useful. Dory, Explorer Staff, Weapon. Those are the weapons. Blessing, Lightning Bolt, and Armor. Okay, so this is her deck. This is what she's got so far. A lot of good stuff. She did gain that, what Ahmotep wants to do now. So the reward for this scenario was actually, believe it or not, we get a random weapon and armor of level 4 or higher. So cutting this weapons deck in half, let's see what other loot we got. So we also gained, looking for a level 4 or 5 weapon here. Appreciate your patience, everyone. Okay, so we also get this. We get the Axe of the Imperative, and now looking at the level 4 or higher armor. So randomly looking here, so we get okay, and we get the Steel Ibis Lamellar. Okay, so those are the so we actually have these items. So we got a lot of really cool items now, which we can trade to the trader. We're gonna go straight over to our old favorite Hayden Hoppert, and he's gonna offer us some spells. So cool. We haven't really gone to a trader or a merchant in a while. It's really cool, that Forgery of Ra. Pretty awesome adventure. Really some really tough monsters in that one. So randomly determining which spells Hayden Hoppert has for us, and what's really cool is they have to be. So looking for, there's my D30. I only have one D30. So 26 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, starting from right here, let's see what spells he's got that are level 5 or 6. So what's cool is he's only offering level 5 or 6 spells, and there really aren't a lot of them. Come on, level 5 or 6. Let's see what we got. Okay, so he's offering Symbol of Fortune, or he's also offering 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Level. Okay, wow. So Hayden Hoppert says we have a chance. We have a choice. We need to get the Symbol of Fortune or the Foresight spell. Let's go ahead and zoom in on those. If I can zoom in here. Technical difficulties. Hey, we did it. Wow. It's really cool when that works out. So, Symbol of Fortune. On any check after the roll, discard to add or subtract 3 from the result. Or we can do the Foresight. Display this card. While displayed, you may ignore any power that happens when you examine a card. At the end of your turn, if you do not have either the Arcane or Divine skill, banish this card. Otherwise, discard it. Wow. Well, you know what, Hayden Hoppert, we're a little disappointed because we wanted like a really more powerful attack spell. The Symbol of Fortune, I really don't see how I'm ever going to use that. Or Foresight. Wow, both of those spells are like really lame. So, here's where we're at. Not going to Hayden Hoppert. We're going to determine which cards we're going to keep. Wow, that was kind of a bust. I mean, does Ahmotep really want to keep this Axe of the Imperative? Does she want to lose her precious crocodile skin Madu, which has pretty much had the whole campaign, in charge for some steel ibis lamellar? Would that be in character since she's wearing all these fancy robes? But I will go ahead and let you know after the next scenario. We'll do another deck check. That's where we're at right now. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching this scenario. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll have another scenario up shortly. Thank you.